Hey guys, it has been a while since I uploaded the last video. Very busy period for me and didn't have much time. However, today I wanted to share with you a video a little bit different. As you can see, there is the M4. A little bit different. We're not going to talk about cars today. We're going to talk about this adventure bike, KTM 890 Adventure. As you guys probably know, I moved last year from Alabama here to Colorado, and with all these mountains, trails and incredible highways, I said, you know what, let's get a bike. I used to have a street bike. This is my first actually adventure bike. And then I also thought, why going to work during the winter with my M4 when I can just use an adventure bike. As I mentioned, 890 Adventurer. I want to share with you a couple of thoughts and my point of view when it comes to an adventure bike. And I also want to share with you why I picked this KTM rather than the Husqvarna Norden Expedition, which is another very beautiful bike. So the day I went to pick up this bike, I had the option to get this KTM or the Husqvarna Expedition. And I gotta tell you, in my mind, under my point of view, the Expedition, it's very, very pretty. It's such a beautiful bike. I love my KTM, the way it looks. I think it's very aggressive, very off-road oriented with the high fender rather than the lower fender that the Expedition has. This is more oriented to trails, to off-road. It's very agile. It feels very light, honestly. So very happy about that. The Expedition, in my mind, it's as pretty as this one, if not actually prettier. In my point of view, it looks very, very pretty. The only thing is that the Expedition, it's more street oriented. Now, it's still an adventure bike. It's still an adventure bike. You can go off-road and you can do, of course, a lot of trails and you can go explore without any kind of issue. But it's more street oriented. So I tried both of them, and the Expedition, when you go on the asphalt, feels smoother than the KTM. It's less rough. And this for a few reasons. First, the tires are different. The tires that the Expedition comes with are less off-road oriented, so they're smoother when you drive it. Then another big difference is the seat. The seat in the Expedition, you have the two different seats, and if I remember correctly, you can also adjust the height. It feels higher than mine. And then another important thing to consider is that the KTM has the two different gas tank that lays lower than the Expedition. So the fact that you have two gas tank and they are lower in terms of gravity than the Norden, that makes the bike with lower center of gravity and of course more agile than the Expedition. And when I tried the Expedition, I gotta tell you, I noticed this difference. Suspension, as you know, both the KTM 890 Adventurer and the Norden Expedition, they come with the WP Explorer suspension, which are awesome. You can set a couple of things here. Here you can set the compression, and here you can set, as you can see, what is it? Okay. So you can set both the compression and rebound, both in the front and the rear. The rear you can from here adjust the preload, which is something very awesome. Same suspension, if I remember correctly, for the KTM as well as the Norden. Now, If you go to the KTM 890 Not R or the Norden Expedition, you have the standard suspension, which I heard they're not very reliable. They tend to leak oil. I've never experienced any of that, but this is what I heard, and you cannot set them or regulate compression and rebound. So big difference, but both KTM and Adventure R comes with they both come with this suspension. Fender, as I mentioned, this is another indicator of the fact that KTM is more off-road oriented. High fender rather than the low that the Expedition comes with. Then another big difference is that the Expedition comes with the auxiliary LED lights on the sides, which in my opinion are awesome. They are beautiful. And then when it comes to the windshield, the KTM comes with a lower windshield, while the Norden Expedition comes with the more touring windshield. And that again is another indicator of the fact that KTM is more off-road oriented. You know, when you go off-road, you want to stand up, and of course you don't want a windshield hitting your head when you go up to a hill. That is a big difference. Then what the Norden has that my KTM does not have standard is the heated seat. In fact, the KTM has two different separated seats for driver and passenger that are both heated. Same for the grips. Norden comes with the standard grips. Now, I did a little bit of research, and it's very, very easy to install heated seats and heated grip. The heated grip, they cost the OEM KTM $250. The seats, if you want both of them, you are around $350-400. So with probably $600, you can purchase them and install them on your own. It's actually very, very easy. But that's another awesome feature that the Norden has, while the KTM does not have. Again, Norden more touring oriented. No, you might want heated seats, heated grips. That for me would have been great. KTM is more off-road. When you go off-road, you don't care about these things and you want to save weight. In fact, KTM, I think it's 35 pounds, something like that, but it's a bit lighter than the Norden. Another indicator of the KTM more off-road oriented than the Norden is that the Norden comes with the luggages. I heard and I read online that a lot of people are complaining about these luggages because they don't hold very well. They tend to break very easily. But Norden again comes with that. Then a very, very frustrating thing that I need to share with you about the KTM is the tech pack. So let me explain you very quickly. When you purchase this bike, you have what is called, I think it's called demo mode. And the demo mode, it's a modality that it's a mode that allows you for 600 miles up to the first service. It's 600 or 900 miles, maybe it's 900 miles, to try and to test all the additional features that this bike can offer. So you can try your quick shifter, and if you're not familiar with the quick shifter, it's nothing more than you have the ability to change gears up and down without hitting the clutch. The bike is actually able to, it works like a sort of it's a sort of automatic gearbox, with the only difference that it's truly manual. That's the point. But you can avoid using the clutch. That's something that I really love. A lot of time when I ride and I want to go very fast, I accelerate and I don't use the clutch, and you have the feeling as a sort of dual clutch. A very cool feature actually. That's called quick shifter, and that's part of the demo mode. Then the demo mode also allows you to experience and try the cruise control, which is another awesome feature. I don't use it on my M4, but on the bike I used it a lot. Another feature, it's called a rally pack. Rally pack, it's such a cool mode. As you know, this bike comes with different mode: street, rain, cross, and then rally. Rally doesn't come standard. Rally is part of this tech pack. And what rally allows you to do? First, you have way more torque. When you accelerate in rally mode, the bike, you do a wheelie like without even using the clutch. Also, the rally mode, and actually let me show you very quickly. When you put it in rally mode, okay, so as you can see here, you have all the modes. Oh, okay. If you go to ride mode, rain, and then if you click on rally, what you can do at this point, which is very cool, in rally mode you can set a throttle response to be rally, which is it's so immediate, the throttle response and the torque you get, that again the bike does you can do a wheelie like immediately without clutch, but it's almost uncomfortable. It's very powerful. And you can change the throttle response to rally, street, and off-road. Then you can go to sleep adjuster and ABS mode. Let me go to ABS mode. ABS mode allows you to set yes or no on the rear wheel, which is a very cool function. MTC, it's I think it's a motorbike traction control, which is a very cool feature. Now let me explain you what this thing does. If you go on sleep adjuster, as you can see here, you have the number 1, 2, and so on. This allows you to set how much you want to drift. Now, if you go on in off-road, and in some instances, like there are trails here close by home that are made out of like very fine stones, like almost sand. And that is very cool because when I use the rally run mode, the sleep adjuster allows me to drift to a certain point. When you reach a specific angle of drift angle, the traction control kicks in and cut the power. So very cool deal. And that's called it's called again rally pack. Now, what is the annoying part? The annoying part is that the expedition, Norden Expedition, comes already with all these features. ABS, traction control, it comes with cruise control, rally pack, quick shifter, heated grip, heated seats. They are already part of that. No? On the KTM, once the demo mode once the demo mode expire, you need to purchase them. Now, I made the mistake to trust the dealer where I purchased the bike from, and I purchased the rally pack, a rally pack and a quick shifter, and I paid $500, something like that, $550. When with $100 more roughly, I think it's here in the States, I think it's $700 if I remember correctly. You have access to all the features that the bike can offer you. It's called the tech pack, and the tech pack encompasses everything. Quick shifter encompasses everything. Quick shifter, rally pack, and the cruise control. Unfortunately, I purchased them separately and I ended up paying more than the tech pack. But this is something that it's a little bit annoying because you need to purchase them separately rather than the Norden that offers them all together. And they offers them as standard. Now, this has been a very long video. Sorry, there is my daughter here is calling us. But now, in summary, what I can tell you is that KTM, in my opinion, is as pretty as the Norden. Norden might be even a little bit prettier under my point of view. And the reason why I picked the KTM is because it's really more off-road oriented. As I mentioned, higher fender, different tires that have more grip for the off-road. The gas tank, two gas tanks that they lower the gravity center of gravity, and making the bike more agile. Shorter windshield to allow you riding standing up. No, those features make this bike really more off-road oriented, and that's the reason why I picked this one rather than the Norden. There is one more reason why I picked the KTM rather than the Norden, and the reason is that the dealer was leveraging on the fact that the Norden is more rare than the KTM. It's way more difficult buying a Norden. They're not making as many as KTM, so it's more rare. And despite the KTM, the Norden being, I think the Norden might be like a few $100s more than the KTM. They were selling it at $3,000 more than the sticker price. So I would have paid the Norden $18,500, while I paid for my KTM $17,500, including a warranty extension for 3 years, I think. Yeah. So I get 1 year manufacturing plus a 2-year extension, and I negotiated a lot for that. It cost originally $2,100, and I paid like $1,000 for it. And so with $17,500, I got this beauty, including 2 additional years of warranty, which is always good. I didn't feel right buying a bike that cost $15,500 at $18,500. It was like $3,000 more that I would have lost immediately. Again, beautiful bike, more exclusive, but is less off-road oriented. This is very agile, so I'm very, very happy actually about this bike. Now, just let me know if you have any questions. Sorry for the long video. Any questions or comments or anything you want me to show you, please let me know, and I will be happy to upload a new video. Thank you.